everybody. We are back for the July episode of No Spend, Low Spend for the year of 2019. Now you'll see I have an array of items on here, some that are housing information and a couple of things that I did purchase this month. July was One Book July. So this was my one book, and I have some notes inside my, this was my bullet journal. This teeny tiny little thing was my bullet journal if you haven't seen my video. And I also have some notes in this. This is my Foxy Fix Spice number 2 in the Time leather, which is field note size. And I've got the notes in here as well. For the month of July, I did keep track of all of my spending in here. And so that, I think, was something that helped me to spend less because I had 2 itty bitty little pages. And I didn't want to fill these 2 plus 2 more in the back and then another 2. So I think that helped. No spend, low spend for July. I had a lot of interesting thing happen during One Book July. I really enjoyed using this teeny tiny little notebook and this teeny tiny little traveler's notebook in the inserts. The first thing you'll see here is Patreon. I did do Patreon this month for Burgess Taylor and for Courtney Diaz, Little Raven Inc. And the level that I did each person for $15. So that was a total of $30. Then I knew that when One Book July was over, when I was done with these teeny tiny little inserts, I knew that I wanted to go back to Passport, my kind of comfort zone, comfort area. And so I wanted to get, this insert is from Paper Penguin Co. and it is 160 pages of Tomoe River paper, dot grid. And so I know I wanted to get that for my Passport. This is the 160 page Passport size. And then I also wanted to get a blank one in case I wanted to do art. Now that I'm thinking, I probably should have gotten 2 dot grid, but I can still use this. I don't need the dots for planning. I can do that stuff on the plane. So I got 2 inserts, and I got those on the 4th of July. She was having a 4th of July sale where everything was, I think, 25% off. So the 2 notebooks and I think it was priority shipping ended up coming to $21.03. So for each insert being 160 pages, that was quite a good deal. Then on the 8th of July, and you can see I also have my little chart down here. Some people have asked about this in the past, and I got this from an Etsy store that I will try to find the link. Her Etsy store is Decade 30. I think she's listed in the Bullet Journal Method book by Ryder Carroll. So what I decided to buy is, I bought this here since I was going into Passport, and I had seen some things, and this is actually set up for the husband. He kind of took it and wanted to do something with it. So what it is it is a Passport traveler's notebook with one of those Midori style brass tabs. It has secretarial pocket, a card pocket, and then it even has a large pocket, a card pocket, and a pen holder. And it's a really unique design. And so I got that. and that was $34.06. Then I saw something on Baumkuchen's webpage, and it was this wonderful pen holder right here. I did an unboxing with that, the same unboxing I did with this Passport notebook from Asian Vintage, and I just love this pen loop. It has not come off my Traveler's notebook since I put it on, and I love it. So the pen loop, including priority shipping, came to $42. Then I knew I was going to be moving back into the standard Midori size, because if you've seen my video, these two are my setup for August. So I knew I was going to be going back into that, so I needed a few inserts. So I purchased the Traveler's Company 2019 monthly dated calendar, and I did backfill all the way back to January. So I will have that for the remainder of the year. I also purchased the weekly, which is the week on one page. Right there, the week on one page with a grid on the next page. Here we are this week. Let me show you a blank one. I've been doing a little bit of decorating, but not much, but I've been using my color code. Here we are. Here's a blank one. So you have the week on this side, and then you have a grid on this side. So it's kind of like what Hobonichi did with the weeks, except I think this came first, and it's much larger, so you can fit much more, and I like that. And then the other thing that I got was this right here. This is a Traveler's Company, and it is their dot grid insert, and I've been using it as a journal, just like a word journal. And there's little Seamus. He has a vet visit coming up, so that's to remind me to schedule that. So those three inserts, oops, there we go. Those three inserts from Baumkuchen came to $33. That included priority shipping, and I actually got them all on sale except for the dot grid. The monthly calendar they had was $6, and then $12 for both of the weekly inserts for the year. Then I was doing some thinking, and after looking at this, I decided I wanted to alter my original brown Passport Midori. And mine actually says Midori, just like someone had asked. This says Midori, and my Passport does. And we have, I think, like 4 others that say Midori. Sorry, you might hear a rooster or something going off in the background. There's some noise going on outside. Where was I? The rooster kind of got me off. I hear it again. So, my altered Midori. So I sent my brown Passport to Baumkuchen, and they received it, and they're going to be altering it, and that came to $104. That's including like express shipping with insurance and all that they're going to be doing to it. So expect an unboxing of that. I'm very excited for that. And then the last thing that I got was, you saw an unboxing of this beautiful pen right here, and you can see it has aged just from me holding it and using it. I've done a lot of writing with this pen, and I got it from Amazon actually, and including tax, it came to $47.74. So that was all that I bought this month. So you'll see I have some asterisks by the Baumkuchen, Altered Midori, and the Amazon Travelers Company pen. And the reason I have that is I kind of have spent some time thinking about, my no spend, low spend, what I'm doing, and how I'm going to proceed from now on. So instead of just doing a total no spend, because as you can see, sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't work. I've been keeping track of the days that I do, and no rhyme or reason for most of it, but I did kind of set some new goals for myself. So the very first thing was any purchase over $20 that is not food, clothing, medicine, or some other necessity requires a 24-hour waiting period. And I'm actually extending that to a 24 to 48-hour waiting period before I even consider it. Another one of my guidelines is for anything over $200. And actually, for that matter of fact, anything over $100, because, you could spend, $10 here on Amazon, $10 there on jet pens, $10 here. All of that added up together would be $100 to $200. So for anything, $100 or more, I am going to take 30 days and decide if that really is something that I want to purchase. 30 days, Now, again, you're probably saying, well, you bought, the Traveler's Notebook that you're going to have modified from Baumkuchen. Well, I also created another rule that if I have one new thing coming in, two things have to leave. The reason I have asterisks by those is I actually have sold, just within the last week and a half to 2 weeks, I sold 13 Chic Sparrows. I sold 5 Foxy Fix Traveler's Notebooks, and I've also sold 2 Foxy Fix Pocket Rings. So I've sold a total of, what was that, 13? I've sold like 25, 26, you do the math, Traveler's Notebooks and Pocket Rings. So that's why those have an asterisk, meaning that they're okay of a purchase to do. Because I want to take time to really think, is it something that I really want to have come in to my collection? I want to be making, good decisions about something I have that is gonna stay here for a long period of time and actually be used. Having at the highest point, I had 170 Traveler's Notebooks. No one needs that many. And here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 out. Yes, I am using 4 of them, and 1 the husband's using. I'm doing art journaling in here. This is my planner for my students and YouTube and stuff. This is my on-the-go planner. This is the one that's my tracker for no spend, low spend. And I've got a new blank field notes journal in here. Well, blank minus the ink samples that I've had for quite a few months that I want to do something with. That's quite a number of notebooks. And, I want to make sure that I'm curating a collection of, items that I like, that I want, and that I will use. And if it's something that I like but I'm not going to use, then I think it needs to find its forever home. So those are just a few of the new thoughts about the no spend. And I think, using such a tiny little insert like this has really helped. So when we total everything up, everything that I spent, including the Baumkuchen altered Midori and the Traveler's Factory pen, it comes to $311.89. But the number of Traveler's notebooks that have left the house has totally covered this. So I still am in the, when you think of the items that have left to this, I'm still in the positive. So that's what I think I'm going to do. If there's something that I want that's under $20, that, 1 to 2 day waiting period, 24 to 48 hours. If there's something 100 to 200 or more, and when I say 200 or more, I mean like a Giglio Campagna, that's like what, 300, 400, a Vanderspec, those are expensive. I am not getting one of those. But, something like that, I would need, a 30-day minimum time to decide. Because with planners, as we all know, we could be in one size 1 minute, and then 30 days later, you could be in something completely different. And that's that's can be a good thing, and that can be a bad thing. Like if you're waiting for a Foxy fix, they normally take 30 to 45 business days. So you could place an order because you're thinking, oh yes, I love Pocket. Pocket size is my jam. And so you order what you think is going to be your end-all notebook, and then, it comes, 35, 36 days later, business days later. So that actually could be a month and a half or more, and you've moved on to another size, and now you have this beautiful notebook that you're not going to be using. So that's why I have set that for myself, that 30-day wait period. So there we are. That was how my low spend July went. How did yours go? Are you still doing a no spend or a low spend? How are you doing? What are your goals or plans that you want to help move forward by tracking? And it's nice for me to have this. I have this record now for the last 7 months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. I have now a record of what and how I'm spending. And so far it is the almost the 2nd of August, and I haven't spent anything, so yay me, it's going well. So there you are. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and, let's start a conversation down there to see how everybody's doing. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in August, at the end of August, for the results for the no spend, low spend. Bye-bye.